We'll start with mine. My headline, not to give myself flowers or anything, but it was, the boys are back. Dallas steamrolls. I said it would be kind of close, but Dallas steamrolls 40-0 in New York. There was a stat that came out today. No team has ever in a season. Did you guys see this?
Yeah. That's
lost
nuts.
40-0 or worse. Lost the sack battle 7-0 or worse. Lost the turnover battle 3-0 or worse. These are in a singular game. Had a blocked field goal return for a touchdown. Threw a pick six. Those events over the course of a season has never happened to a team. The Giants did it all in week 1.
And it was such a promising first drive, too. Marched right down the field, got the ball to the 15-yard line, and it kind of had to feel once that kick was blocked and returned by the former Finn, I forget his name.
Noah Igbenogany.
Once returned for
Auburn guy?
The former Dolphin.
The corner?
No, yeah.
Was he Auburn?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was Auburn, yeah.
Finally got rid of that trash.
The depth of knowledge on this show cannot be understated.
Like the Giants, the first drive dominated, but it's 7-0 Dallas.
Overstated. Overstated.
And it all goes downhill.
Yeah, it was an 11-play, 48-yard drive that ate up 7 minutes, and it ends. And you wonder, do you guys ever think that things like that should completely change the game? Like if the Giants kick that and go up 3-0.
Yeah, I think they do, of course.
Because some people are like,
7-0
still got dominated the whole game.
They did, but I think there's a momentum shift. I'm a big believer in that.
I don't know if Ziggy agrees. I think he thinks
what?
The Giants
if it's 7-0 Giants, I think it's
take a victory lap because Giants fans were all up on us the entire offseason when we said this isn't a good team. We all said that.
I don't think they're a good team either.
They're a fine team, but they're not good, and this just showed they can't compete with the big boys. Ziggy, I'm sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, look, I get that there were some improbable things that broke the Cowboys' way early, but the Giants, they were terrible, right? Their offense was second percentile. Like, this is one of the worst offensive performances we've seen in the past 5 years. Their passing game was unbelievably poor. Daniel Jones's contract looked like an albatross. And I get that the Cowboys are a good team. And once you're down 20-0 early on, you start to lose some hope. But boy, 40-0 is a heck of a score. And it just reminds me, the last time the Cowboys went to a Super Bowl, week 1, season opener, they beat the Giants 35-0.
Yeah, wow. I mean, Zach, will you throw yourself on for a second? Ziggy, you had Zach cracking up that entire time. Was it because of improbable?
Yeah, it was exactly because of improbable.
You had Zach cracking up that entire time. But you're totally right. It's the Cowboys dominated basically every facet of the game.
Yeah, I mean, they lived in the backfield.
Oh, the defensive line was phenomenal.
Jones on his ass the entire game.
What the Cowboys do really, really well on defense is they get their hands on the ball. They had 7 sacks, 11 hits, I believe 8 pass breakups. Stephon Gilmore, what an introduction! Three of those 8 pass breakups from him, an interception. They've led the NFL in turnovers 2 years in a row now. 33 last year, 34 takeaways the year before. This Dallas team, they find ways to make plays beyond their offense. They can score in a variety of ways. I mean, Micah Parsons is all over the place. It was just an absolutely dominant display from them. The offense looked okay. The offense did a good job.
The offense was good.
But every time you looked up, it was Daniel Jones on the ground. It was just an amazing performance there. Let's talk Giants real quick, and that's, as I mentioned, Giants fans have been kind of chirping us because we're not.
Can I just say one thing for Giants
please.
fans? Yeah. Your roster really upgraded. It really upgraded.
Oh, come.
Ziggy, what's wrong with that?
Look.
They were on us all offseason.
Look, I get it, right? And it's embarrassing that no one was able to get more than 3 receptions. The Daniel Jones stuff was tough. Saquon couldn't get anything done. But I'll at least say this. The game was bad. And, if you play this game 10 times, it's not like the Giants are winning a lot of them. But 40-0, this Giants team is better than that.
Yes,
and they are facing a team that could easily be the best team in the NFC. So
probable.
Yeah, I know. And you have to remember the Vikings last year, I thought were a good team in the NFC. Absolutely waxed. There's 3 really good teams in the NFC. It's the Cowboys. I still believe in the Eagles for sure. And the 49ers. I'm not putting too much stock into this for the Giants moving forward. It's a bad loss. Everything that could go wrong basically went wrong. But I kind of have to give Zach a little credit on that point. We heard a lot about how much better the receiving unit was supposed to be for the Giants. Daniel Jones had 5 completions in the first half, none of them to wide receivers. There's only so far Paris Campbell and Jalen Hyatt can take you. Darius Slayton and Isaiah Hodgins. It's not a receiving core that can win big games. Darren Waller had the most yards. He had 40 or 36. Like, I just still don't see enough from a playmaking standpoint.
I was happy that this game actually happened the way it happened because it kind of took away from the beatdown the Steelers got.
And our pathetic loss.
Like nobody talked about my pathetic loss because the Giants lost 40-0 on Sunday Night Football.
And to the Cowboys.
And right, yeah. So the whole was talking about that. But I also, when I watched this, the parts I did watch, you also go back to question like Daniel Jones. Like last year, did he overachieve? Like, is he that good? I don't think he is.
He's fine. Like, yeah, he had 2 interceptions. He looks fine as a quarterback to me, but not a guy who's worth $40 million.
Like, yeah, I don't think the Giants will have any chance of making it past like the divisional round with Daniel Jones a quarterback. Like, that's their absolute ceiling.
If I read you guys though post game, I said Cowboys 18 first downs, Giants 14. Total yards was 265 to 171. Total plays 55 for Dallas, 65 for New York. If I read you these stats, you'd say, well, it's like 20 to 10,
it's
maybe.
like 24-13, something like that.
A close game. That's where it goes to show the turnovers, the blocked field goal, all those extracurricular things that happened outside of the offense. That's why we're looking at a monumental win here for Dallas.
And not to knock Jones too hard. Like Dallas was in his face every play.
Yeah. You have to be fair to DJ that. Yeah, like Kirk Cousins, I give him a pass when he has guys breathing down his neck in a second.
Like he calls a snap, and then here comes 4 guys.
Yeah, so hopefully for the Giants fans as the season goes on, that offensive line has to be a little bit better. And look, the conditions were wet. Dallas was playing in the same environment, though. But yeah, not a good start for the Giants.
We'll give Jones
a little. We'll give him a little pass.
I'll give him a little pass. Yeah.
Let's see what happens because I like Daniel Jones. He seems like a good dude, but not a good start.